Hey guys, it's Dylan here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. I'm essentially doing a review. Now, don't be worried, don't freak out over any of this. This is merely my opinion, this is merely something I want to do. I want to do it to try to encourage myself to do more videos, to do more variety videos, to learn new skills as far as editing goes. As I do this, hopefully they'll get better and better in quality, you know? So I figured I would do a review of a game that I have wholeheartedly been enjoying, and is newer, but enough people play it and have done reviews of it that it's an okay one to start with, because why not? Later on, I'll be doing games that are a little bit less popular, or a little bit older even, because nobody cares and because it's something I just want to do. So today we are going to be talking about Fallout 4. Now, Fallout 4 came out a few months back, and I'll be completely honest, I was so pumped. I was hyped. I was on the bandwagon with everyone. No, I wasn't even on the bandwagon. I've been on the bandwagon for 5 years before that. So I was so ready for a new Fallout game. And after playing Skyrim and whatnot, I was ready for something new. So I saw the trailer for Fallout, the day that the trailer was posted, and I was already ready for it. So I've been playing Fallout 4 for a good while now, and I will say I've wholeheartedly enjoyed it. The story has been interesting, the characters are interesting, the world of Boston is just huge. Because each road has buildings so close to either side that each alley can become a huge firefight, and it's so much different than the previous Fallout games in that respect. Now, I will say that the game sometimes feels a little bit more shooter-esque than RPG, and I can see how it can feel that way, and at the same time, I can feel like it's still Fallout. Like no matter what somebody says about the game, if people say it's terrible, it's great, there are some people who say that Fallout 4 really doesn't feel like Fallout anymore. But I completely disagree. Now, I'm not saying Fallout's perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I personally just feel like it's worthy of being called a Fallout game. It is completely worthy of that title. I've played Fallout for many years. I had a friend come over to our house and he brought Fallout 3 with him. At first, when I watched the game, him playing it, it didn't seem interesting to me. And then I was given the controller, and my mind was blown. It was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And I've played it ever since. And I've played Fallout 3, I've played Fallout New Vegas. The originals I really couldn't get much into because they were too RTS-y, but then you have Fallout 4 now. And, well, yes, certain parts have changed. I can't say that they're completely for the worst. I feel like maybe they could be implemented just a little bit better, but overall, it's still Fallout. It's going to always be Fallout. And I can't fault the game for that. I cannot. As much as it's changed in style from the previous games, it is still Fallout, no matter what way you look at it. And that's part of what makes it so great, is that it's still Fallout. As much as things have changed, it still feels like Fallout. And I'm happy that it exists and that it's out. Now, a few of the new changes include the weapon customization in it, where in Fallout 3 there was literally no weapon customization. The weapons existed as they were. And, well, yes, that made it so that the game was kind of simpler. It kind of didn't allow any free-flowing sort of way of playing. Then you get to Fallout New Vegas, where they added in weapon mods. Now, normally there were only like 3 per gun, but they enhanced the gun and made it more useful. And that was a cool little step. And I think the developers saw people enjoying it, and they were like, well, what if we made it so that it was more than just that? And then you get to Fallout 4's weapon system. In Fallout 4, the weapon customization system is literally changing everything in the gun, making longer barrels, shorter barrels, short stocks, long stocks, changing a pistol into a rifle by merely adding a stock, putting scopes on, literally changing the fire rate of the gun by adding a different chamber system to it. Like, all these little things actually make it so the game's very customizable. You can play it how you like to play. And that's cool in of itself. It's not perfect, and I don't know if it ever will be, because there's always a little bit more that you want to be able to do. Like, they never even thought, I guess, of adding maybe weapon camos or something. Now, I'm not a huge fan of camos, okay? I don't care for them for the most part. But that's a detail that was not added. You can't say it's not possible. You can make a chair out of clipboards and cigarette cartons. Trust me, you can make weapon camos. But that's not the only thing, but there's still some level of customization that still could be applied. But I digress, it's still a really cool and interesting system in of itself. Now we go on to something a little bit different, the perk system. Now, I will say that the perk system is not the same perk system that we used to enjoy, because they've made, I think, a really, really bad decision with it. Like, probably the worst decision they could have made with it, quite frankly. Because back in Fallout 3, there was a perk system, but there was also a skill-based system, where you had like 13 skills, and every time you leveled up, you distributed about 18 points to the different skills. That could all go up to level 100. Well, in Fallout 4, that entire system's been removed. Now, in Fallout 3, your perk system was you chose a perk every single level, and some of them did something as simple as increasing certain skills by a few points. But also some of them gave you some really cool and unique perks. Then you get to Fallout 4. In Fallout 4, they've completely removed the skill system. Completely. Like, it's not even a variable anymore. There's literally no skill system. See, in Fallout 3, the skill system had things like medicine and speech and small guns and big guns and that sort of stuff, energy weapons. And you put your points very specifically into whichever categories you wanted to. And that could cause you to have a very strong character in some aspects. And it made it so that the game flowed. Now, if you remove the ability to make it so that certain stats are stronger, your guns in Fallout 4 are going to stay the same strength through the entirety of the game. Now, that's a big problem, because when you're fighting stronger enemies, you're using the same power guns, that's not good. So that's where the perk system in Fallout 4 comes into play. Where in Fallout 3, you could put points into these really cool, unique things that would make the game change. It would allow new abilities to happen, that sort of thing. Now in Fallout 4, they still have a few of those. There's still some, like, you know, the Bloody Mess perk, the Mysterious Stranger, that sort of thing. There's still some perks that do change some mechanics. But then they've added in perks that strictly, very strictly, just make your guns stronger. Or make it so that you heal more. And that's not how the game's supposed to be. You're supposed to get stronger as you go along anyway. Not having to spend points that you could put into some really cool, unique abilities into making your guns stronger. Or making it so you take less damage. Like, that should just happen naturally. And that, I think, is probably the biggest flaw in Fallout 4. Is the complete removal of the skill system and changing the perks to make it so that the perks make you stronger instead of your skills. That is easily one of the worst flaws of the game. I'm not saying that it's 100% terrible, but it's not as good as it could be. It really isn't. It's unfortunate that it's set up the way that it is. Now, overall, the game is great. The game looks good, enemies are really cool and unique. They've changed up a lot of systems that the enemies used to use. Now there's tunneling that the enemies can do. There's more companions that you can talk to and interact with and even form relationships with. While yes, the map might be smaller, there's still a lot to the game that makes it wonderful in of itself. There's hours of gameplay out there. And in the near future, they're actually coming out with some DLC. So there's a lot still to do in the game. No matter how much you've played, there's still more to do. And it's a very fun game. And I'm sure I'm going to play a lot more of it in the future. I really do. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review of this game. I hope that either I've swayed you to or fro to the game. I know it feels like I stayed on a couple subjects a little bit longer, but if I spent any more time on anything else, this review would take 30 minutes instead of the X amount of time that it is now. So anyway guys, thank you. I hope you enjoy this review, and hopefully you guys enjoy the next one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey guys, Dylan here at the end of the video. Just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. That it's the first time that I've actually ever done a review, basically, of a game. I hope to do this about once a week, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I really do. I hope you guys don't see me worse for the way that I equate stuff within a game or say something about a game. It's my own personal opinion. It really is, and I hope you guys don't fault me for that. If you do, I don't care. I mean, it's my opinion. If somebody doesn't like my opinion, it's their problem, not mine. So, but I find that I can't put a numeric value to anything as far as a game goes, so don't expect me to say, hey, this game is, you know, a 9 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 or something like that. Don't expect anything like that, because I can't do that. Because a game, all games have some level of merit to me. Even if it's absolutely terrible in my brain, I can see a game being better than what I could give it, or worse than what I could give it. So that's not going to be happening here. It's literally going to be how I feel about the game, you know? And I'm not going to say, oh, go play it. I'm not going to say, oh, don't play it. I'm not going to say anything like that either. Like, I'm just going to tell you the things I love about it and the things I feel like might need some work. That's what I'm going to talk about. And it's important to me to put that stuff out there, to do what I want to do as far as the review goes. So thank you guys. I hope you did enjoy that. I hope you didn't mind any rambling that I may have done. And overall, I hope to do this every week, and I hope you guys enjoy it every week if you watch it. So thank you guys again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.